'Tis the season, you guys. I know I've been saying that for the last month, okay? But now really is 'tis the season, even to the like Thanksgiving deniers. It's full-blown Christmas now, okay? It has been in my head for a very long time. But I'm wearing my little festive sweater, okay? It's Jon Snow with a Santa hat. And you can't really see, but it says let it snow. Duh. So in order to keep the good vibes rolling, let's take a moment to read more of your guys' submitted crochet stories. Hey babes! Welcome or welcome back to Moonbae Crochet. It is Brandy and today I'm here to read more submitted stories that you guys have sent to my inbox. If you're interested in being part of a video like this, my email is always linked down below. Feel free to send me stories, memories, photos, anything you guys got that you think would be a good fit for a video like this. And in case you're new here, my name is Brandy. I love to do crochet content on here, sharing patterns and projects that I love, having a chill little crochet and chit chat moment with you guys, sharing stories, whether they be Reddit stories or stories that you guys have submitted to me, like today. Just getting cute, cozy, and crafty with y'all. So if any of that kind of content sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, sticking around. We have lots of fun here. And without further ado, let's see what you guys got for me today. The first submission is from a subscriber named Katie, and they said, "Dear Brandy, this is my first time emailing you. I'm both excited and anxious for you to read this. My name is Katie. My birthday was November 26th. Oh, me too. I just turned 29, so 1 year behind you. LOL. Happy belated birthday." Well, thank you, and happy belated birthday to you as well. Birthday twin, okay. Your big 30's coming up next year. Anyways, my baby cousin turned 6 on the 25th, and I crocheted him a creeper from Minecraft. I spent 4 to 5 days working on it, maybe 30 hours total. It turned out way larger than expected, but he absolutely loved it. My mom gave him a creeper beanie to go with it. Attached you will find 2 pictures of him. I would love for you to share the photo. Please put a sticker over his face if you don't mind. If you do want to share, you don't have to. I love to put your videos on while working on homework for my printmaking class. I will say I am guilty of listening more than watching, but such is the risk of being a crafty lady. Also, there is a picture of my service dog, Aster. She means the world to me and gives me so much more freedom than I could have without her. She is my sassy little lady. I have just a cute picture of her, then a picture of her and I at one of my critiques for my sculpture class. Here is the link of the pattern I used if you are curious. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. I wish you good weather as it is snowing where I live today. Katie Rondo. Rondo or is it Rondot? I want to say Rondo, but I'm not sure. And that is Katie Rondo on Instagram if you are curious to see more art stuff that I've done. Okay, well, you guys can go ahead and go check out Katie's Instagram page. And then here is the cute picture of her little, did she say cousin or nephew? Cousin, okay. And yeah, that creeper is huge. And also that only took you like 30 hours. Did you say it only took you 4 to 5 days? Something like that would like legitimately take me 3 weeks minimum. I'm not very good at focusing, but my gosh, that came out so cute. And then the little beanie to go with it. Oh, you look so happy. I love it. Oh, you have a golden retriever. How beautiful. Golden retrievers always look so happy. Like they're just so adorable. And then here's the photo of you with, oh wow. Oh my gosh, you made that? From your sculpture class? How cute! And your doggy. And also I love your dress. I love the color. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing, Katie. That is so cute. I can't believe we have the same birthday. Like, how fun. And I completely understand what you're saying about like you listen more than you watch. Like I'm very much like that with a lot of YouTubers as well. Even YouTubers that I really love, like, and I watch all of their stuff. It's like, you know, I'm listening more than I am like looking. And that's why I think I watch a lot of YouTubers that are very like audio friendly, or also why I like rewatch a lot of YouTube videos that I've literally seen hundreds of times, because they're like my comfort shows, I guess you could say, and I already know what they look like, so I don't really have to look, and I can just visualize while I hear them speak. Because yeah, like I'm often doing something else while I'm doing it, crocheting, you know, whatever it may be. So I completely understand. I don't take any offense to the fact that you listen more than you watch. I mean, I think that my videos are probably very audio friendly as well. I'm just doing a lot of reading. I'm like crafting myself, you know, so totally get it. And I love that. I'm glad that I could be company for you. And I'm very glad that I found a birthday twin. So thank you so much for sharing, Katie. I really appreciate it. The next submission is from a subscriber named Ella. And they said, "Hi, Brandy, longtime watcher, first time emailer. Love your videos and energy. You can call me Ella for this story. This is probably more of a rant, but I guess it's also an Am I the Asshole? Am I the for not wanting to crochet a blanket for my friend's daughter. I started learning to crochet just under 2 years ago. At that time, I was living in my family home and my friend, let's call her May, lived with her mom down the street. We have known each other our whole lives and our families have always been very close, spending Christmases, etc. together. Her and her mom are sort of like my aunt and cousin. Her grandmother is a prolific crocheter and taught my friend to crochet too. When I began to learn, I told my friend and would sometimes ask her questions or advice or share my projects with her as I went along. She was very supportive and bought me my first tulip hook and a book for crochet for beginners. Fast forward to now. I have moved into my own home and my friend has moved to another state with her partner and children. I'm closest with her eldest daughter, call her Zara, as she was around when we all lived in the same street, but of course I love all of her kids. Up until this year, we have spent every birthday and Christmas, etc. together. May regularly comes back to visit our state and see her grandparents and will stay with my parents when she and her family come down. My parents have also been to her new place a few times, but I haven't been invited yet. Zara, my friend May's oldest daughter, had her birthday last month. My parents were invited to the birthday party and I was not. My parents went and I stayed home. I'm not sure if she just thought I wouldn't come or if I had nowhere to stay. I would have just stayed in my parents' caravan with them. Here's where I need to rant. May saw a project I have been working on for Christmas and told me how good I am at crochet. She then said, "You should make a butterfly blanket for Zara. I don't have time." For context, on her time, she and her partner both don't work, but they have 3 kids. My partner and I work full-time, but don't have kids. I asked for the pattern, and a few days later, she sent back what she wanted me to make. The project she wants me to make for her daughter doesn't even have a pattern available. It would take me well over 100 hours, let alone the cost of the yarn and all of the colors required, and then imagine having to figure out how to make the butterflies. I attached a screenshot of the blanket she asked me to make. So I guess with the context where I didn't even get invited to Zara's birthday this year, and my friend knows how to crochet herself but doesn't have time, am I the asshole for not wanting to crochet the blanket for her daughter Zara? Thanks for listening, Ella. And then this is the blanket, and okay, first of all, I will just say, it's gorgeous, but holy shit. If anybody requested me make that, I don't even care, it's my favorite person in the world. No. Because, yeah, like you said, that would take you well over 100 hours, and like I just said in the previous submission about how that creeper would take me 3 weeks, something like this would probably take me the entire year. And, you know, I know everybody's different speed at crocheting or whatever, so, you know, you know yourself more. But yeah, first of all, no pattern, so you have to figure out how to make the butterflies. You have to figure out how to like make the blanket, you know, and then make all the granny squares that go around the edge. And like, is it gorgeous? Yes, but I can absolutely understand why you don't want to do it. Especially like, I think I would be kind of like, I don't know, I would feel kind of slighted if my parents got invited to my good friend's daughter's birthday and I didn't get invited. Like, we grew up together. We're like super close. Our families are super tight. Why would you not invite me? Like, I don't know. I would feel some kind of way about it too. That's kind of not cool in my opinion. So no, I absolutely don't think that you owe her anything. And hopefully she didn't like give you, you know, a hard time about it, because it's like, that's weird to me. How are you going to not invite me to your daughter's party and then request that I do something like this? Like, the audacity. So no, I completely stand with you. You're definitely not an asshole, and you're very justified in this decision. If you ever do figure out how to make something like this, you keep it for yourself, because again, this would take forever, but it is gorgeous. Thank you so much for your submission, Ella. The next submission is from a subscriber named Ash, and they said, "Hi Brandy, my name is Ash, 28, male. I have been subscribed to you for a while now. I'm honestly not sure how long it's been because ADHD time blindness is too real, but I love your videos. I first learned how to loom knit when I was about 7 to 8 years old because my grandma had some looms and I was curious. So she taught me how to make simple beanies. I probably went a little overboard with how many beanies I made back then, but after like a year or two of loom knitting, I stopped. In 2008, my grandma passed away. I was devastated and didn't touch yarn for a long time. I'm very sorry for your loss. Fast forward to about 2014 to 2016, my stepdad, my grandma's son, came to me with a few boxes of her stuff. It was all of her looms, some leftover yarn she didn't get to use, and a very nice looking case of knitting needles. My heart ached at the thought of loom knitting without her. But eventually, I decided to try loom knitting again. I made a few pieces that were kinda okay, but the gaps in the stitches were driving me nuts, so I thought to myself, if only I could crochet or knit, I bet my pieces would look so much better. Fast forward to Christmas 2022. I am at my fiance's mom's house, and I'm still trying to get tighter stitches on the looms, but it's just not working. So I was voicing my frustrations. My partner's mom looks at me and offers to teach me the basics of crochet. I was so freaking excited. I practiced making chains with her for probably 1.5 to 2 hours. She's not the best teacher, but she definitely tried, and I'm beyond grateful because that gave me the push I needed to start my crochet journey. Ever since that day, I've been crocheting almost every day. I usually make amigurumi with plush polyester yarns, but I've occasionally made a few wearables. At first, my projects looked pretty cheap and not that well made, but as I continued looking up tips and tricks, my projects quickly started looking much better. I apparently got good enough at crochet that my sister suggested I try selling at markets, so I did. I believe my first market was early 2023, and around September 2024, I actually submitted some plushies into a consignment shop. I still try to turn in plushies to that consignment shop. However, with my current stress levels and physical, mental, neurological health issues, I've been unable to crochet for about a month now. I want so badly to pick it back up, but every time I try, I end up getting very distracted, and I'm lucky if I don't mess up the project to the point of frogging it. I used to crochet while watching your videos, but nowadays I have to prioritize eating, so I munch instead of crochet. But I'm still here, and I'm trying to get my life back together so I can get back to crocheting, because nothing makes me happy like seeing people's faces light up when they see my finished projects. I'll attach some pictures of my favorite projects I've made and some of my kitty, Sky. Thank you for your awesome work on YouTube. You've helped me feel a little less alone when I really needed it. The pictures are of a loom knitted teddy bear, a loom knitted beanie I made in memory of my grandma, a crocheted snowman with removable hat and scarf, and a crocheted elephant. I'll have to send a second email with pictures of Sky because I can only attach 5 pictures at a time. Okay, let's see. So here is the loom knitted beanie. How cute! Oh my gosh. That yarn for the pom-pom and the brim are like so fuzzy. It's so incredibly hard for me to see like my stitches. So I get so frustrated when I try to work with yarn like that, but I love it. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know like I said, or like I tried to loom probably a little while ago, and yeah, the spaces in the stitches did kind of like bug me as well. Like I'm very much like I love them tight, but that beanie is actually like super cute though. Like, and I bet you it's like, I don't know if it's actually faster than crocheting, but I would kind of like to make one of those. Oh, and that's the loom knitted teddy bear. You made that on a loom? What the heck? That's so cute. Oh my gosh, and I love the colors. And then here is the elephant. Oh my gosh, so plush and cute. Oh, and then the snowman. Oh, did you use that free pattern? Oh my god. No, it's not free. It's on Etsy, but it's oh my gosh, it's like a low sew snowman pattern. I think I have this pattern and I haven't made the snowman yet. I've made the gingerbread people by the same artist. I cannot think of it off the top of my head right now, but I'm pretty sure this is the pattern. Is this the pattern that you used? Because this looks very similar and I love it. Snow people are my favorite decorations to use at this time of year. So, oh my gosh. I might have to go make me a snowman like right after I stop filming this video. But oh my gosh, your story really touched my heart, and I'm like sorry that you're going through, this hard time where it's like incredibly hard for you to get back into the craft that you love. But at the end of the day, like I hope, don't be so hard on yourself. Because I know like you really want to get back to it, but don't rush yourself or your body into anything it's not ready yet for. Just because, you could end up prolonging your healing or your good health or anything like that, just because you're like really anxious to get back into it, you know what I mean? So just try to be gentle with yourself. I completely understand, being antsy and wanting to get back into it, but your health and your well-being are always way more important. And yes, it's way more important to prioritize eating. So, if you're sitting here with your snackies and your beverage or whatever, just enjoying listening to me talk, thank you. I'm so honored that I could be part of your you know, you making you feel less alone. And like, yeah, I'm glad that you feel happy and included here. And by the looks of all the things that you've made so far, I know you're gonna continue doing incredible, amazing things once you feel ready to. Oh, and then I forgot, you sent me also in a separate email the pictures of your kitty. Oh my gosh, the little hat on top of her. I don't know if it's a her. Actually, I don't know why I said that, but the name is Sky. So cute. Oh my gosh. I just love cats, you guys. I do. Thank you so much for sharing, Ash. The next submission is from a subscriber named Danielle, and they said, "Hello there. My name is Danielle, and I was watching one of your videos where people sent you stories to read, and I thought I would do the same. I love watching videos of people crocheting, even though I'm not following their stitch tutorials or patterns. Anyway, I digress. Feel free to use my real name as well. I am a totally blind crocheter and started crocheting a little over a year ago. I've been blind since birth, and when my friend taught me to crochet, I became obsessed. It was a dream of mine to finally learn, as I love all fiber arts. Before this, however, I learned to knit. I was horrible at it because I am notorious for dropping stitches, and then realizing later that I dropped one after finishing several rows. After looking into crochet and deciding that I would definitely enjoy that better, I set out to find tutorials that would help me understand how it worked. Unfortunately, since I can't see what people are doing, I struggled with learning through YouTube videos. When I met my friend in my communications class, we had a teaching exchange. She would teach me how to crochet, and I would teach her how to read Braille, since she found it fascinating. It took me a couple of weeks of practicing chains before I felt comfortable enough to learn the single crochet and then half double and finally double and treble crochet stitches. I am someone who tends to go on a researching binge when it comes to new things I learn. So once my friend showed me how to work in the round and how to read patterns, I learned a lot of stitch combinations and how they can be used. And I even showed her new stitches that she's never heard of. I even introduced her to Tunisian crochet, which I absolutely love the feel of. It's kind of in that sweet spot of knitting and crocheting, but the fabric feels so different. I got one of my online friends obsessed with crochet as well, which to me is a win. In all of this, I learned how to really be in tune with my tension, as well as how to work with different yarns and what type of hook felt just right for how I crochet. I always emphasize that learning to feel the yarn in your hands and learning how to identify where your next stitch is by touch is super beneficial. I know not everyone can learn crochet this way, but it's a challenge that I like to give those I teach. Crochet with one less sense. Wow. Here's a small challenge. When you are working on your next project and you need to look for that next stitch, try to feel for that next stitch by identifying the more firm stitch just beside the stitch that you just created that's behind your hook. Then move your fingers to the left a bit and see if you can feel the stitch that is less firm. That is how I tell people where to insert the hook. The stitch that doesn't feel like it has two loops just beside the stitch that was last created is the stitch I just worked into. I also noticed that when I increase, especially for amigurumi, it feels like my hook is being pushed toward the next stitch I need to work into. I don't know if that all makes sense, but that's just how it feels. Here is a picture of my beautiful guide dog, a black lab named Vanna, after Vanna White from Wheel of Fortune, which is hilarious. Oh, and this was my first amigurumi plush I made inspired by her. Not exactly her color, but I had no black yarn. Okay, so here's the plushie. Oh my gosh, so cute! Oh look, you even have a safety nose. I've considered getting those, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I need more, little things to attach. I usually just embroider my noses, but oh, and then here's your puppy. Oh, so cute. And I love the name Vanna. You called her Vanna White. I love that. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. That's incredible that you were able to learn how to crochet even though you can't see. I feel like I'm speechless. That is so astounding. You should feel incredibly proud. But yes, I have, I've never really gotten into knitting because I'm intimidated because people always do say if you mess up a stitch in knitting or if you whatever, it'll run, and you just it's not something that's as easily froggable as crochet, for example. Crochet is more forgiving, or so I've heard, and so that's why I just kind of stick solely to crochet. But for somebody like you, that it's kind of well, crochet is just the smarter option because in knitting you might not realize that you dropped a stitch until way later when it's way too late. And you know, in crochet it's like, I guess, easier for you to feel. I think I do want to challenge myself to like learn how to crochet without necessarily looking at it, because you know, it could be beneficial if I'm trying to like watch a show or something, but still get, you know, my projects going at the same time, because I am somebody who very much does struggle to crochet without looking. I can do a few stitches, but I like always have to like keep looking down to make sure I did things right, and it would be a nice challenge, I think. So thank you for putting that out in the atmosphere. I think I might give that a try. And thank you so much for your submission. I really love that. And I love that you were able to learn and you find so much joy in this. And that's just awesome. Thank you, Danielle. And the last submission that we're going to read today is from an anonymous subscriber. And they said, "Hi, so I recently became a big fan of your videos. Seriously, they make my day. Please keep making them. Anyway, here's my little story. I live far from my home country, and the family we do have here is small, including one aunt who somehow always finds a way to turn the smallest things into drama. At my sister's 4th birthday, her son kept grabbing my sister's presents right out of her hands. My sister cried, my mom tried to calm her, and my aunt, she did nothing. But then she got offended by my mom's gentle words to my sister. She just said, 'Take your toy,' and my aunt ignored us for months. Yes, months, over a toy." Later, she got pregnant and I offered to crochet a baby blanket for her. She told me the color she wanted, and when her baby was born, my mom congratulated her from my phone. I forgot to send my own message, and she held that against me for more than a year. Oh my gosh, what in the world? Still, like the fool with a soft heart that I am, I crocheted her blanket during an 8-hour train ride. Pregnant, exhausted, and with my toddler beside me, just to keep my promise. When I tried to give it to her, she completely ignored me. My mom had to take the gift out of my hand so I wouldn't just stand there forever. Later, she sent a picture of her baby using the blanket, but honestly, the damage was done. Lesson learned, I will never crochet for her again. My yarn is for people who appreciate it. And trust me, with all the adorable kids in my family, I have plenty of better people to crochet for. I wish I had a picture of the blanket, but sadly I didn't have time to do one." Well, it's okay that we don't have a picture. Honestly, that sucks, man. Like, I completely understand where you're coming from. And yeah, this is why I say always, not everybody in your life deserves a crochet gift. But, you know, there are far too many stories like this, and still it's like, you know, I'm a recovering people pleaser as well, so I absolutely understand the plight of being like, oh, you know, well, maybe I'll just do it anyway, because like you want to be a nice person, but yeah, some people just truly don't deserve it. And I mean, it's just kind of like, that's just not cool. You know, you were going out of your way to make her this thing. You're pregnant yourself. You have your toddler beside you. Like, you got a lot going on too. And just because you forgot to send a simple message, even though your mom sent one from your phone, come on. Yeah, like you said, she turns the smallest things into drama. I think that's absolutely accurate. So I'm sorry that you went through that, but I'm really glad that you made the decision that you're just not going to make anything for her anymore, because yeah, you don't need to be wasting your time like that. Your yarn is for people that appreciate it and that care. And so I'm very proud of you for making that decision. And it was awesome to hear from you. It was awesome to hear from all of you. Thank you all so much for those of you who submitted for today's video. If you sent me a submission a while ago and I haven't read it yet, trust me, they don't go anywhere. I don't delete them. I always save them. I just kind of like click on random ones and I just like read them live for a video, but I always go back to the ones that I haven't read yet. So, you know, it'll probably still be coming up in a future video if you haven't heard your submission yet. I just have a little bit of a backlog, which is a good problem to have. So like, keep them coming. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you are interested in being part of a video like this, feel free. My email is always linked down below. Send me whatever you'd like, photos, stories, whatever you guys got. I'm here to read them. And if you'd like to be anonymous, you are absolutely okay to do that. Just let me know. Also random, but I have started doing Vlogmas on my second channel, which is also always linked down below. It is at Saber Moon. So if you're interested in a little bit more of me in not such a crafty sense and more of just like a lifestyle, Christmassy sense, I'm doing Vlogmas over there right now, so feel free to go over there and check out my Vlogmas if you so choose. Anyways, I would like to thank you all so much for being here. As always, I so appreciate you. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of your day, week, month, night, whatever you're having. Please enjoy yourself, and I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Bye!